Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to our maths lesson today. We're going to be doing lots and lots of counting with objects today again. So please can you make sure that you've got 20 objects, a pencil and your exercise book all ready to go. So if you want to pause the video now and make sure you've got those things, just like always, it doesn't matter what those objects are at all, but count really carefully. Okay, let's start by getting warmed up. Show me your warming up. You're doing amazing with these warm-ups, and it's lovely for me to see when you ask your mummy or daddy or they take a quick picture of it on Seesaw, so I can see how beautifully and cleverly you've warmed up every day. Let's have a look at our questions today then. Number 1, how many? Count the dots on the dice. Make sure you count both. Question 2, 7 plus something mystery number equals 10. Put 7 in your head, count up to 10. How many fingers? Question 3, 10 equals or is the same as 1 add. What do we add to 1 to get 10? And question 4, how many more counters do we need to make 10? Pause the video if you need to finish working out the answers. Okay, question 1, how many dots altogether? There are 10. Did you notice it was a number bond to 10? Because there's 6 here and 4 here. They are special dancing partners, aren't they? They could dance together all night long because they always make 10. Number 2, 7 add something makes 10. 7 in your head, 8, 9, 10. 7 add 3. 3 is the mystery number there. Amazing. Question 3, 10 is the same as or equal to 1 add something. 1 in my head, count on to 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm at 10. How many fingers is that? 9. 1 add 9. Yes, that's another number 1 to 10. Question 4. How many more counters do we need to make 10? How many are on the screen? 2. So we need 1. Fill the 10 frame. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 8 more counters. Did you get those right? Give yourself a huge smiley face if you did. Even one with its tongue sticking out if you want, like, yay! That would be amazing. Well done. We're nicely warmed up now. We're going to be using the number 10 a lot today to help us with our maths. We're going to be looking first of all at remembering our number bonds to 10, and then we're going to be adding on to 10 to get our bigger numbers. Then we're going to be looking at how we can use our number facts to 10 to help us with some other questions. So this little boy and this little girl are practicing their number bonds to 10. They're playing a game. Amir says, I have 6. Eva says, you need some more. How many more does Amir need to get to 10? That's right, you got it. He needs 4 more. 6 add 4 makes 10. Our 10 frame is full. Now Amir says, I have 3. Can you count them in his 10 frame? How many more will Eva say that he needs? Make sure the 10 frame is full. He needs 7 more. 3 add 7 makes 10. I'd love you to practice just for a few minutes your number bonds to 10 with somebody in your family. So if you count out 10 objects and then practice so that you both have a different amount. So you might count out 10 sweets and then you might say, right, I have 9. Mum, you can have 1. And then your mum might say, okay, put them in the middle. I have 4. And then you'd say, so I have 6. So just practice your number bonds to 10. Make sure you've only got 10 sweets and practice sharing them in a few different ways just to get your number bonds warmed up in your head again. Here is Tiny the turtle. We've seen him a few times now, haven't we? I'm going to tell you something special about Tiny the turtle. He absolutely loves the number 10. Can you say, Tiny loves the number 10? He really does. Do you know what he loves even more? He loves adding on to the number 10. Say, Tiny likes adding on to the number 10. I think 10 is most certainly his favourite number. Let's see how he does that. So we can see Tiny's here again saying, I like adding on to the number 10. He's got a full 10 frame. How many is that? That's his 10. And in his other 10 frame, so he's got his 10 here, and he's adding on how many? Because we know he likes adding on to the number 10. He's adding on, count the counters. 8. Okay. What is 10 add 8? 1 10 and 8 ones. 10 add 8 is 18. Amazing. So this is what Tiny means when he says he likes adding on to the number 10. Can you do what Tiny's just done? Can you have a pile of 10? That's your 1 10. And then can you have 8 more? Can you count out 8 more counters and put them together to make 18, just like Tiny's shown us? Please have a go at doing that with your counters now. And now he's at it again, because remember, Tiny loves adding on to the number 10. So this time he's got 10 in his 10 frame. How many counters has he added on next? He's got 1 10 and 5 ones. So this time he has 1 10 and 5 ones. Can you count those out with your counters? Can you put 10 of your counters together to make 1 10? And then can you count out 5 more and add them all together? Pause the video if you want while you do that. So what is 10 add 5 equal to? Incredible, it is 15. So we know that Tiny loves adding on to the number 10. It's just his favourite way of doing things. He likes to get 10 things or a bundle of 10 or a bunch of 10 and then add on more. Now this little boy comes along. I think his name is John. And he says, do you know what, Tiny? You can make 10 with other numbers. Okay, and Tiny has just made 15 by having a pile of 10. I've got my 10 straws here. And he did it on a 10 frame. It doesn't matter, we could do it any way that you like. So you've got your 10 and you have got 5 more. Okay, these are my 5 more. Can you count them as the 5 ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Okay, we know that this is 15. 1 10 and 5 ones. 15. 10 add 5 is 15. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Amazing. Okay, so this little boy called John comes along to Tiny and he says, well, sometimes you could make 10 with other numbers. What does he mean by that? So what he means is we could have something like this. When you're adding on to 9, the first thing you could do is make 10 with your other number. Let's see if we can do this really slowly. I've opened up my 10 straws and I've taken one out now. This is not 10 anymore. This is 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now I've got 9 straws here. And the question I'm doing is 9 add 6. So I've actually got 6 blue straws. So I've got 9 red straws and 6 blue straws. Now, 9 add 6 is quite a tricky question to do, isn't it? But what John says is that what you could do is, first of all, what you could do is make your 9 into a 10 by giving one of the numbers from your smaller number. So I've got 9 here and 6 here. So I'm going to give one of these ones to the 9. Here it is. So now here I've got 10. Oh yeah, let's count them just to make sure, because I had 9 and I've added one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 here now. And this was my 6. I've given one to the 10. So I've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 9 adds 6. If I give one of my 6 to the 9 to get 10, is the same as 10 add 5, which is 15. It makes it a little bit easier if I've got 9. If I give 1 to the 9 to make 10 and add on from 10. I quite like John's method. He's helping us to see where there is 10. Let's have another go. So remember, Tiny only likes to add on to the number 10. So look at the top picture. He has made 10 and then he has added on 8. Can you make yourself one 10 and one set of 8, so 8 ones? So you should have one 10 and 8 ones. Can you do that and then add them all together? What should you get? 18. Brilliant. So there's our number 18. Now, Tiny is now doing a trickier question. He's doing this one. He's got 9 here. Look at the bottom. And how many yellow ones? There are 9. Now Tiny says, because remember, he loves adding on to 10. So if we can help him to make the number 10, that will be, oh, he'll just be so happy. So I've got my 9 objects. Yours might be different to mine. Mine are straws. There's definitely 9 here. And then I've now got 9 blue ones. So they're a different colour, so I know that my question was 9 add 9. How can I help Tiny make the number 10 first? I could give one from one of my 9s to the other 9. There we go. So now I've got a 10 here, and I took one away from this 9. So how many have I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 add 8 is 18. Wow. We know that Tiny loves 10s, so we just need to try and make 10 if we can by giving the objects to the number 9. Here you can see how Tiny's done it on his 10 frame. So there was an extra counter in this yellow 10 frame here, but it has been moved. It's been given over to fill this 10 frame here. So now there is 10 in that 10 frame. And there's 8 left in the other 10 frame, which is 18. So a 9 add 9 is 18 and 10 add 8 is 18. But 10 add 8 is a little bit easier to do than 9 add 9. So sometimes it's nice to try and make 10 if we can, especially if we've got objects to help. Okay, boys and girls, I'd like you to try to use your objects today to try and show that 10 add 4 is the same as 9 add 5. Remember, you're going to try and make 10 when you've not got a 10 to help you. And then I'd like you to have a go at the second question to try and show that 10 add 7 is the same answer as 9 add 8. Have a go. Remember, you need to move the objects to make 10 first. I'm really looking forward to seeing how you get on with this. And please don't hesitate to ask any questions if you need any help. See you soon.